Hi everyone and welcome back. Here we go. We're going to go from the transition into the impact area. And let me show you first how basically people go about it with the modern golf swing, alright? They get set up, I'm getting good posture, how they do it, they're like right here, right? So they get here, they make this move, they drop it into the slot, and then they come down. And see what happens when you come down, it leaves, they've only got like this much of their butt showing, but because they're thinking that these hands work up and down like a hammer, they get in here and they're trying to square this club face, and their hands are only going to get right there where they actually need to be right there. So let me show you from this view. It'll be a little easier to see. Once they get to the top, they're at the top, they drop this club into the slot, and then they start turning, and because their action is up and down like a hammer, they try to square up the club face, and 9 times out of 10 the club face stays open and it's pointing out to the right. And that's because their hands are working like this. So they get here, they're up and down, so now they have to take their hands and somehow get them to do this bowed type of stuff that Hogan used to talk about, and when they try to do it, they don't do it. And plus on top of the fact that a lot of them are moving out this way, so they're trying to square it, and I mean just all kinds of bad things transpire, okay? So it's caused by this motion where the club's working up instead of working down. They get to the top, they start, because most of their wrists kind of look like this cup thing, they start dropping this thing down. Then they get to, see how my hands are like this? The angle might look pretty good, but I've got to get the back of this wrist to point this way, so they're just a dead duck. It just doesn't happen. They've got a nice little angle here in their wrist and whatever, but this part of the palm is more, or the back of the hand is pointing more to you when it actually needs to be pointing down the line of where we're going. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that could go wrong and how people interpret the downswing to happen, and they really don't have a chance because of the positions that they preset themselves into and the interpretation of how they think those positions are supposed to work. So again, I'll come from this view. They get up here like this, they start to come down, this angle is trying to get them to square, they get squared up, everything is pointing out to the right. Let me face the camera one time. So they get to the top, they're like this, they make this move, they start coming down, and you can see where everything is just shooting me off to the right, and boom, they go, their head's in front of the golf ball, and all kinds of really bad things are going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you how we do it at golflessonacademy.com.